Here we go. Freedom of speech. What is it? How has it changed over the years? These are all great questions that focus on the First Amendment in the U.S. Constitution. Our founding fathers realized that for a country to be free, the individual must be able to communicate however they deem necessary. While there are some limitations to what we can say or to what we can do, there is one act that is protected that I do not support. As a matter of fact, if you want to tick off any red-blooded American patriot, all you have to do is protest with the American flag. This includes burning it, standing on it, or kneeling while the national anthem is played. Today, I'm going to make my case why it should be illegal to desecrate the American flag. I am first going to talk about the law that protects your right to use the flag as symbolic speech. After that, I will describe what the flag symbolizes, and lastly, I will talk about the message that you are sending. So let's go ahead and talk about the law that protects your right to burn the American flag. And that law is the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, more commonly called the freedom of speech. You have the freedom to express yourself however you deem necessary. Now, burning the flag, as I stated earlier, is called symbolic speech, and I want to define to you what symbolic speech is. According to Middle Tennessee State University, symbolic speech consists of nonverbal, non-written forms of communication, such as flag burning, the wearing of armbands, burning of draft cards. There's many other forms of symbolic speech out there, but those are just a few. Now, the law that specifically protects your right to protest with the American flag is Johnson versus the state of Texas. Now, Johnson versus the state of Texas, Johnson in 1984 burned a flag outside of a convention center in Texas. That, at the time, was against the law. Texas had a law that protected items, historical items, the flag being one of those. So Johnson was arrested. He appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court saying that he had the right to burn the flag, and it was protected under the First Amendment as symbolic speech. The U.S. Supreme Court heard his case and ruled in his favor 5-4. Now, what's kind of cool about this is Justice Stevens was one of the justices on the case, and he stated in the 1984 Supreme Court case that the flag symbolizes many great and noble things. He said, what the flag symbolizes outweighs your right to symbolic speech, and I tend to agree with him. So just as Justice Stevens stated that the flag symbolizes many great things, I would like to talk about some of the things that the flag symbolizes. Point number 2, what does the flag symbolize? And the first thing I can think of is freedom. The flag stands for freedom. The next thing that I think of is hope. The flag is a symbol of hope to those who don't have freedom. Not only is the flag a symbol of hope, the flag is a symbol of pride. I'm proud to be an American, and with that pride is associated the American flag. Now, this is the most important thing that I think of when I see the American flag. I think of honor. I think of those who have fought and died for our freedoms. Me being someone who has willingly signed up for the U.S. military, I know what it's like to go into a foreign country. I know what it's like to sacrifice for freedom. Our flag symbolizes many great and noble things. We shouldn't disrespect it. Now that we've talked about what the flag symbolizes, the last thing I'd like to mention this speech is the message that you are sending. The message that you are sending. It isn't the message that you are intending to send. When you protest with the American flag, say you're protesting police brutality, and you go out there and you burn an American flag, no one knows what you're protesting. All they see is that flag burning, and it incites anger, and incites violence in those who respect the flag. Nobody really hears what you're protesting when you're doing that. The next message is that you're sending is that our nation is weak. We aren't proud. We don't respect our country. When you burn the flag and you put it out there on YouTube or you put it out there, it gets covered in the media, the rest of the world looks at us as being weak. And then lastly, when you burn the flag or when you protest with the flag, it shows a lack of respect for those who have fought and bled and died for it. So in conclusion, while I understand that making flag burning or protesting with the flag illegal may be taking it too far, you do have freedom. Thank God. God bless this country for its freedoms. But I strongly believe that we as Americans should do something to discourage the desecration of our flag. I'll end with this quote from Ronald Reagan. And let us never forget that in honoring our flag, we honor the American men and women who have courageously fought and died for over the last 200 years. Patriots who have set an ideal above any consideration of self. Our flag flies free today because of their sacrifices. Don't burn the American flag. Don't protest with the flag. Thank you.